I thought I'd do a short little video just showing the different situations in which I would use for toilet training. So anyone who knows me probably would have had my toilet training notes, which involve 3 zones. So zone 1 would be your indoor kennel, which is here. Cats are around at the moment. This is a kennel which is in a nice comfortable part of the house. I like to kind of cover it over with something on top, as you can see, and that's right beside a radiator in the center of my kitchen. So this would be used for short-term confinement for puppies, and as they grow older, from depending on your puppy, from 4 to 6 months on, this would be where I would choose to leave my puppy at night to maintain toilet training and to allow him to chew things that are acceptable, such as the Kong and the Chewy there, and not chew things that he shouldn't be chewing. So a real valuable tool. Up until, depending on the puppy, is maybe some of my dog's puppies were fairly well toilet trained by 10 weeks of age, but that would be fairly exceptional. Some dogs mightn't be fully toilet trained till maybe they're 6 months, depending on how you're doing during the day. So this is the type of setup that I would recommend until your puppy is fully toilet trained. These are 2 young pups, and they are in a puppy pen. So they have a nice covered area at the corner with their bed and their water, and that's where they're fed. And then there's a distinct area at the front, which is for peeing and pooing. So that gives them access to a toilet area when I'm not available to bring them out, which is mainly at night time. So that would be zone 2 for dogs that, older dogs maybe that you're leaving for a longer period, and young dogs which aren't fully house trained. Another area which would concentrate, which would be similar with zone 2, is this kitchen. So this is another puppy pen that I use to clip across there and clip on. And this divides my open plan living and kitchen. And again, this is a very safe area for a dog or young puppies. Once that door is closed and the cat flap is closed, there's nothing really there that they can chew. So this would also be what I would describe as a zone 2, with the crate open and the dog having access to this area. And I would usually leave a bit of newspaper down if I wasn't planning to get up during the night. So the important thing to remember, when your dog is in zone 3 is when you are with your puppy, supervising and watching and educating. That's the stage we're starting to get with these 2 here. They're starting to be brought outside to go to the toilet. So when I'm doing that, and when they are, as soon as I pop them out of here, they'll go outside, they'll go toilet. They'll have access then to roam around here, being supervised and playing and engaging with their owners. But they will not have access to these newspapers, to these pads. They won't have access to the crate, and I won't have pads anywhere else in the house. So that's a really important distinction to make, and one that people often don't do. They have pads down all the time for the dogs, and you're never going to get away from that if you don't break the association. So these pads will come up during the day when I'm here to supervise. When I'm not, the pads go down. But I'd be hoping for these 2 guys, once they're about 3 months, 4 months of age, they will start to sleep overnight in a crate each back up here, and start to be clean overnight, and they will start to go outside for all their toileting needs. So a recap: zone 1 is your crate for short-term confinement, maybe up to an hour for a young pup during the day. Not suitable for very young puppies because you don't have access to a toileting area, and they need that at night. Some dogs need that up until they're about 6 months of age. This is zone 2. The dogs have access to a toilet area. So this is a puppy pen. Can also be a small secure kitchen or a utility or an outdoor area during the day if it's safe. And zone 3 is when you're out supervising, engaging and educating your puppy. Important that the dogs do not have access to this toileting area when they're in zone 3. So they're not tempted to go over there and engage in bad habits in toileting in an area that really you only want them to use as a last resort. So that area will come up, or the gate will be closed, and they will be brought outside to do all their toilets when they're in zone 3. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Happy toilet training. Bye.